Okay, awesome. So tonight we have Laura Buzzell, who's going to talk about tapping into your cold market once you hit the end of your warm market. Once you hit the end of all the people that you have on your Facebook, all your friends, all your relatives, all your neighbors, your hairdresser, all those people that is your warm market. And then you get to a point where you've talked to everybody. So now what? So this is what I really want you guys to think about, because this is a very hard boulder to get over if you don't do it right. So she's going to tell us exactly what we need to do in order to transition from warm market to cold market, or what do you do when you run out of people to talk to. So yay, I'm so excited. Okay, Laura, take it away, girl.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming. I'm just going to get right into this. I'm going to screen share with you because I have some slides. And I got to organize myself here. This should be big for you guys. If it's not, or if someone could just tell me, because I can't see you guys. But if it isn't, just someone tell me. But anyway, so like Jess said, I'm going to talk about what do you do when you've quote unquote capped out your warm market? Now, what are you going to do? Okay, so capped out, when you say capped out, basically that means that you are at your limit. You have used up every single person you could possibly think of. I know that this happened to me. So I'm going to explain to you what happened to me and how you guys can prevent it from happening to you. Jess, if you could just mute everybody as they're logging on, just so that the background noise. So what does hot, warm, and cold market really mean? We use these terms, and you usually just hear warm market and cold market, but I wanted to add one more in, and that's the hot market. And if you are a brand new coach, or a coach that has not been inviting, this should be who you are talking to first. So your hot market are the people, your close friends, your family, your coworkers, even people from your church that you know personally, people that you already have a relationship with, people that you've spent time with, people that you've hung out with, people hopefully who trust you and love you. These are the people that you're going to come to and say, listen, I just started this awesome thing. I became a Beachbody coach. I'm actually drinking Shakeology. I'm doing a workout, and I'm taking part in a challenge group. And I really feel strongly about Shakeology and the challenge group because it's done X, Y, Z for me. And you can tell them your story and say, would you please support me in starting this and just give it a try for 30 days with me and do this group with me? It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. You'll be helping me out. And I know you have some goals, and you know how to talk to your family and friends. You can talk them into it and help them get some results. And if they don't like it, they can return their empty bag for a full refund, completely risk-free. You know how easy it is to talk to your close family and friends. And let me tell you, don't put all your stock in your close family and friends. I will tell you that a huge majority of my family and friends did not sign up with me, and it did not join with me. So don't be discouraged if people in your family and close circle tell you no. Even my parents, like my mom, she's still not drinking Shakeology. It's just not something she wants to do. But I'm not going to let that discourage me. But your hot market, that is where to go first. Then your warm market are acquaintances, people you know. Maybe you go through your high school yearbook and add people that you've known at one point in your life for a short while. This is where the memory jogger comes in. This was where you want to think about where you've worked, what different churches you've gone to, what different schools did you go to, what college did you go to, what clubs were you in, all the little things that you've done, what moms groups were you in, different things like that. And look for people that you know or have known that you can reconnect with, see how they're doing, and get a relationship going again with them. That's your warm market. Then your cold market, and it sounds so scary, right? But it's not scary, okay? Cold market are just people you've never met personally, friends of friends, referrals, or complete strangers. And to me, I mean, to be completely honest, the cold market, I feel the most brave and the most bold when it comes to inviting and to just sharing my story and talking, because I don't know these people. I'm never going to talk to them again. They're not, some of them have zero mutual friends with me. So if they tell me no, it's just, I move on to the next person. So don't be intimidated by the cold market. The cold market are the people that you don't really know. So, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. And so you're going to find your tribe within the cold market. The people that turn you down, the people that criticize you from your cold market or even from your warm market, I would not worry about those people. Don't let those people stop you from being bold and sharing your story and inviting and helping people. So next month, I will have been a Success Club 10 All-Star Legend for 36 months. Okay, so that's 3 years of getting Success Club 10 or higher every single month. And let me tell you, when I first started as a coach, I never, ever would have pictured that I would have been able to do that. I mean, Success Club 10 was like this huge feat to me. I set my goals at Success Club 5 when I first started because I was worried that I would cap out my warm market. I was worried that I was going to use up all my people. When I would get Success Club 5 or 6 or whatever, if I had potentials, I would literally hold off on those potentials until the next month because I was nervous that I wouldn't be able to get Success Club 5 the next month. And let me tell you, it happened. I ran out of people, okay? I missed exactly 3 years ago. This month was the last month that I missed Success Club. It was the only month that I've missed Success Club. And I, quote unquote, I had capped out my warm market. I felt like I had invited everybody that I knew. I felt like I was down on me. I felt like I was getting a lot of rejection. But I actually capped out my warm market for very simple reasons that you can implement and you can prevent this from happening in your business, okay? I was not adding 3 to 5 new friends daily. I was not intentionally having a checklist and saying, check off, yes, I was not adding 3 to 5 new friends daily at all, okay? I maybe was adding friends here and there when I thought about it or when I had a whim, but I was not consistently doing it. Number 2, and this is so important, I was not using a list, okay? If you're not using a list, you can't come up to myself or your upline coach and say, I feel like I've ran out of people to invite. Because guess what? Your mind is only going to remember so much. Your mind cannot remember all the people, okay? And when the further along you get with your business, the more and more people you're going to be talking to, the more people are going to be in your funnel, you're not going to be able to remember it. So you've got to use a list. Plus, using a list keeps it takes away a lot of the salesmanship aspect of it, because when you're using a list, you're keeping track of people. You're not just keeping track of whether they say yes or no. You're keeping track of whether they just had a baby. You're keeping track of how pregnant they are. You're keeping track of when they were sick, or maybe they had a family member who was sick, or maybe they've been feeling depressed. You're keeping a list of all these things so that when you message them again, you know who they are, what they've been doing, and you're intentionally messaging these people when you're using a list, okay? So you've got to use a list and constantly adding those 3 to 5 new people to it daily. Because if you do that, you are not going to run out of anybody. You're not going to cap out any type of market at all. Okay. The third thing I was not doing was I was not consistently doing the vitals. And I was not because I had a bad attitude. I wrote at the bottom, I had a negative, poor me attitude. I was focused on the results rather than my work ethic. I was focused on Success Club. I was in my mind saying, okay, Amanda's going to sign up, Jenny's going to sign up, and Kristen's going to sign up. I've got my 3 people. And when those 3 people ended up telling me no, then I was like scrambling at the end of the month to try to find people. But if you're consistently doing the vitals, you're going to have a steady flow of communication, a steady flow of people talking to you, a steady flow of putting out positive energy and putting out those posts. Because if you're doing your workouts, if you're drinking your Shakeology, if you're recognizing your challengers and coaches and recognizing your family and everybody that does good things, if you're constantly recognizing the positive things in life, if you are inviting people every single day, which includes inviting them to be your friend, and inviting them to, just talk to you and doing your personal development, you are going to be just like this beacon of light that is putting off positive energy. But if you stop doing that, if you stop doing it consistently, you are slowly going to lose your momentum. especially if you stop inviting. I mean, but you know what though? Like when I missed Success Club, I was still inviting. I wasn't doing it consistently. Like I wasn't doing a consistent number every single day. But I was focused more on getting Success Club than just talking to more people and helping more people. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. You got to keep talking to new people and more people every single day. You want to, rather than, you don't want to stir your pot. Don't stir your pot. Don't just use your one friends list and expect that to build your business. You have to constantly be adding to it. Also, I was not treating my business like a business. I was trying to cram all my work into my kids' nap time. I was trying to cram my workout into my kids' nap time. I was watching TV shows at night. I was doing a lot of idle things that didn't have anything to do with pushing my business forward. I was even playing games here and there on my phone when I needed to unplug, when I needed to relax. I didn't have a routine for my business. I didn't have a schedule. I was not using a tracker. That's another reason why I missed it. And the fifth one, and this is humbling, but I was not being coachable. Okay. I wanted to do things my way. I thought that what I thought in my mind that was the best way to run my business was the best way. And I'm not saying that the best way that you think in your mind isn't the right way, but I was not listening to the advice of others. I was not looking at other successful people and saying, this is what they're doing, so I'm going to mirror myself from that. I was just kind of making up what I thought was the way I should do it. And I was being very stubborn about a lot of things. So be coachable. When your upline coach, if your upline coach says, listen, I've had a lot of people that have wanted to do that and it hasn't been successful for them, but this has been successful for me, go ahead and try it. Try out the things that other people have done to be successful, because success leaves clues, and you want to follow those successful people and do the things that the successful people are doing, and it's going to help you to be successful. So I'm going to get a little technical with you, but when it comes to your warm market, your hot market, your warm market, your cold market, it all flows together. People, when you first sign up as a coach, yeah, you have a hot market and a warm market. But as soon as you start adding those friends of friends, adding strangers even, as a new coach, you're probably going to be more adding friends of friends to start out. But as you get further along, you might even get bold and start inviting strangers. As long as you look like a coach, as long as you are posting valuable things that other people want to see, people are going to accept you even if they're a stranger. So don't be afraid to reach out to a stranger. If there's someone that seems like you would really connect with them, don't be afraid to reach out. So anyway, when you first meet someone, or when you first connect with someone on Facebook, they're a new contact. You're going to add them to your contact list. You're going to like a few of their posts. Okay, that's it. Then the next day, or however long you want to do it, you give that initial communication. And I call that the greeting. And I actually will send people 3 greetings before I give up. If they don't message me back, I do it 3 times before I give up. But you want to comment on their posts then too. Comment on their posts, like their posts, connect with their posts, and then reach out and connect with them. And then the next step in the funnel, you're going to be forming people. And what forming is all about is learning about where they work, learning about their what, how many kids they have, what they like to do for fun, and stuff like that. Just getting to know them, fact finding, find out things about them, find whatever it is that you have in common with them, and spark a conversation about it. And make sure you're constantly commenting on their stuff and liking their stuff. Then the next step would be invite to a group. Don't be afraid to invite people to your group. If they say no, that doesn't mean you don't stop talking to them. It just means that they give you an excuse. And the next step would be to talk. If they say no, you might even actually, I ask them what particular thing is holding you back. If you don't mind me asking, what particular thing is holding you back? And they're going to tell you, I'm too busy, or it's financial, I don't have the financial, or yada, yada, yada. And then that gives you a reason to follow up 30 days later and touch base and see if maybe their situation has changed. If they say yes, I'd like more information, you'll start talking with their goals, talking about their goals, proposing solutions. Find out what their problems are. Are they tired? Are they feeling, are they feeling like they need to lose weight? Are they feeling tired? Do they want to lose their mommy tummy? Find out what their problems are. Connect with them on that, because I guarantee if you are posting about the things you're passionate about, if you are reaching out to other people, other women that you feel like you could connect with that are in your market, you're going to have solutions for them. If you are a product of the product, you have solutions for them. You're able to give them advice, connect with them, explain, I was there, or I'm there now and I'm working on it too. So you got to connect with them as you're talking about their goals. And then you offer the solution. You tell them what worked for you. You explain why you love the 21-day fixed container system. You explain why you love the challenge group so much and how much they keep you on track. And you explain the solutions that they've had in your life and connect that with their problem so that you can so that you can create a solution for them. Obviously, you're going to have objections, and obviously you're going to need to follow up tons and tons of times. There are so many, if there's so many different, I was actually going to put a slide on here, but I forgot, but there's so many different facts about follow-ups. You've probably seen me posting it before, but most salespeople don't follow up with their prospects. And that is why they don't end up closing the sale, because you have to nurture your prospects. You have to nurture the relationship, and you nurture the relationship by putting in time, by checking in, by being consistent, by checking in every month just to see how they're doing. I like to check in. If someone tells me no, I like to check in and see how they're doing once, and then like a week or two later, then invite them to the group again, because you have 30 days in a month. So if they told you no, like right now, if they're telling you no, set them off. Say, I'm going to message them in 2 weeks just to check and see how they're doing. And then 2 weeks later or a week later, re-invite them to your challenge group again. So hopefully this is leading to the purchase, which is at the bottom of your sales funnel. And then of course, after someone purchases, you're helping them, you're going to be their mentor, you're going to be their coach, and you're going to maintenance on this person. Okay. So this is what the sales funnel is. When you hear people talk about keep feeding your pipeline, keep putting people in your funnel, keep pumping the well, that's exactly what this is. What that means is you need to try to put as many people into the top of this funnel as you possibly can every single day. And that is what the top coaches are doing. It's all about getting new people and putting them into that pipeline. Because we're sifting, it's like we're sifting and sorting. It's like we're panning for gold. And it's all about the numbers. But if you do this, if you can commit to this, if you can just say, I am going to sit down every day and bite and track my business and treat my business like a business, you will see success. And I feel so strongly about that. My corporate mentor, Lacey Larson, was saying this on our meeting the other day. What you track, you impact. What you don't track goes whack, okay? And I would never want someone to sign up with me as a coach or a challenger and come back and say that they didn't feel like they had the support they needed from me, that they didn't feel like they could connect with me or get in touch with me or feel like I was approachable. So when you track, you're making it so that you're more consistent, not just with your business, but with the way you help others, with the way you serve your customers, with the way you stay on track yourself. So I put this tracker on here. Jennifer Nedrick actually posted a video about this in our team page the other day, but I put this on here because I absolutely love this tracker. If I was not married, where's mine? It's somewhere around here. If I was not married to my tracker, because I absolutely love, now this is the one I use. And you guys are welcome to use this too, because this gives you room to invite, I can't see my camera, but I don't know if you can see, but I send a lot of messages every day. So this power of 3, it's not where I'm at anymore. I send a lot more messages than that. But as a new coach, this is the perfect tracker for you guys to start with. A new coach, or I'm going to say this, a coach who has not yet consistently invited. Okay, because if you have not been consistently inviting, and you've even been a coach for 2 years, you still have people you need to reach out to. And you still can have results. If you start now, you can still start now and start reaching out to new people, adding new friends, and building your business. I love this quote: consistency over time delivers results. And it's so, so true. And the point of these trackers is to help us to be consistent. Because as you know, as humans, it is so easy to get off track. As soon as we start doing something for a few days or a week, we get off track. But I'm telling you, and I just bought 6 of these because I'm going to start sending them to all the Emerald coaches. Get a clipboard, okay? You got to get a clipboard. You got to sit down at your computer and do your power hour every day. Commit to that. If you want to build your business, if you want to reach your goals and achieve your dreams, if those dreams that you have when you talk about your why are that important to you, to carve out the hour a day to work your business, it will pay off. I promise you it, it won't just pay off monetarily. It's going to pay off in so many ways. But so this Power of Threes tracker, it tells you exactly what to do. Adding 3 people, connecting with 3 people, inviting 3 people, following up with 3 people. And don't forget, presenting the business opportunity 3 times a week. And that can be in a casual post about how much you love being able to work from home, or it could be a formal post asking people to join your new coach mentorship group or your team's new coach mentorship group. Also, I love the bottom here because you can check off your daily personal development, working out, Shakeology, and it has what you do for weekly and monthly. So, if you're not tracking yet and you want to be successful in this business, if you feel like you're not really sure what to do, this tells you exactly what to do. So it takes the thinking out of it. I love that. I love when I don't have to think as hard. And that's why I love this, because I can just do this stuff and do these messages. And I feel good and know that I did what I need to do to reach my goals. Whether I have Success Club 0 today or I have Success Club 10 today, I still know what I did. I still know that I worked hard and I still trust the process. So how do you connect with your cold market? Like, they're just these people that are just out there. First of all, you have to make sure your profile is public. Sometimes I see new coaches and I didn't notice that their profile was friends only or even private. And if that is the way your profile is, then you're not going to be, other people aren't going to be able to see your posts unless they're your friends. Or even if you have it set friends of friends, they won't be able to see your posts unless they're your friends of friends. But if it's public, that means that if I comment on your post, my news feed is, your post is going to go on my news feed and my friends are going to see your post. Or if someone shares your post, all their friends are going to see that shared post. So you got to make your profile public. Put some skin in the game, make it public. If there's anything on there that you feel uncomfortable with the public seeing, just take it off and put it in a folder, put it on a thumb drive and save it. Request friends of friends. Make sure that you're checking your friends. What you do is you go to a friend that, like, I'm sure you can think of friends that probably have lots of other good friends that you, or people that, someone that's really in your market that knows a lot of other women that are like you. Go look at their Facebook, go to their Facebook, click friends, and then click people you may know. And it's going to give you suggestions of people that you have mutual friends with. So if you have like 10 or more mutual friends, I say, go ahead and request. It is so normal nowadays for random people to request random people. I get requested all the time by random people. It's such a normal thing. And if you are posting consistently, if you have a timeline cover that says, hey, I'm a coach, I'm here to help you. If you have posts that are inspiring and uplifting and helpful with tips and stuff like that, when you request strangers or when you request people you don't know very well, they're going to say, who is this person? I don't know who they are, but man, she's motivated. She's working out every day. Oh, wow. Oh, this quote's so inspiring. Or wow, she went through that struggle. I went through that struggle too. And that's how you can connect with someone. Also, check the likes and comments on your post. You never know what non-friend is going to like your post. You got to check those likes and comments. And especially if it's a vulnerable post. Send people thank you messages for liking or giving you love on your post. Hey girl, I just wanted to thank you so much for your love on my post the other day. That was a hard post for me to post, and I just really appreciate your support. And then you can start talking to them about it. Or especially if it's a post about health and fitness, that's a really easy way for you to start asking them about their goals. Another one is to join interest pages. You can join any type of group that has to do with an interest you have. For me, I'm a part of Mothers of Preschoolers group. I'm a part of some breastfeeding groups. I'm actually not a part of as many groups as I should be, but those are great, great places. And it's not like you don't post like Beachbody posts in there. You just go through and you interact on the posts like anybody else, and you can post questions in the group like anybody else, and anyone that you talk to and interact with, send them a friend request, and then start chatting with them via personal message. Instagram is amazing. If somebody could mute themselves, I hear a little background noise. Instagram's really awesome place to scout out people. If you do posts on Instagram and people like your post, you can go, or if people follow you, you can go and check out their page, comment on some of their posts, like 5 of their posts, and then reach out to them and say, hey girl, I really love your Instagram page. I love your dog is so cute, or whatever you can think of to connect with them. Man, your wedding was in such a gorgeous place. Where was your wedding, or something like that? Start talking to people, scout out people on Instagram. Also, like pages. I use my like page as a way to pay to advertise. If you're willing to put a little bit of money per week, a little money per day into your like page, it's an awesome, awesome place to meet people. I am so happy we've been investing in my in the like page for about 3 years now. I mean, you can even do like $5 here, $2 there, $1 here, and it'll really start picking up after a while. So if you have it in your budget, once you start earning a little bit of income with your business, if you have a budget to put like $30 a week, or I don't know, like $50 a week or more, or even less, like even maybe $2 a day, like start advertising a little bit on your like page, start growing that number of likes. At the same time, start getting more interaction on your posts, and you're going to just see it grow and grow and grow. It's all about being consistent though. And then LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, blogs, those are other places to connect with your cold market. Also, of course, community service projects and different groups in your community is a great way to reach out to people in your community that you don't know yet. And obviously getting involved with a church is a great way to meet new people, and especially people that are going to be in your warm market pretty quickly, because when you're in like Bible study with somebody, or when you're in church with somebody, they become your warm market very quickly. And the last thing, and this is so key, and this is more important than any of these, is to just show up daily. Show up daily in your challenge groups, show up daily in the team page, show up daily on your personal page, on whatever platform you're using, and be consistent, because that is exactly what people want in a coach. They want someone who shows up, who is consistent, who they know they're going to see when they need momentum, when they need to pick me up. They know you're not going to be MIA. You're going to be there. You're solid and steady. You're that coach, that strong confidant, that strong person that they can trust, that they know is always going to be there to check on them, to make sure they're okay. That's what you want to become for people. And you do that by just showing up daily. That's the most important thing. So transitioning your cold market to your warm market. How do you do that? How do you meet a complete stranger and then get to the point where you're inviting them? First of all, private messages are key. Be interested in them. Don't just invite them. That was one of the things I did when I first signed up as a coach, because like Jess and I kind of signed up at the same time. I signed up right after she did. She signed up like right after her coach did. And even her coach, Brittany Leggett, was even kind of a brand new coach when we first started. And I didn't know what I was doing. I literally blanket messaged like my entire friends list with this like super long message that was like this long, because sometimes I message people and I see that was the first message I ever sent them. And oh my word, like I was just like word vomiting on them. Don't do that. Be interested in them. If you start talking about fitness and the conversation isn't going anywhere, change the subject. Get back to the nitty gritty, finding out who they are, what makes them tick, what they're all about. Be interested in them. And that is what's going to gain trust. That's what's going to help you get to know people better. And that's what's going to help them to start following you. Also, free groups are so Key. Free groups, clean eating groups. You could do an abs challenge. You could do a sneak peek, not with that many A's though. But make sure with your clean groups that you set the number of days and an end to the group. You don't want to start this never-ending free group as a brand new coach. You want it to be a sample of what you offer, because we're all about the service. It's not about the products, it's about the service. You want to give them a sample of that service, of what, how much fun they're going to have in your group, and how much they're going to learn in your group, and how awesome our team is. And so these free groups take a stranger, and suddenly you have gone through this experience with them. They may have even lost a few pounds along the way, and then they're like, wow, I'm so glad I met this person. I didn't realize X, Y, and Z. What else can I learn from this person? Maybe this is someone that I want to work with as my coach. Also, sharing your story through posting and private message is such an awesome way to get people to know you and love you. So I have to say that I can't stress enough sharing your story. And I know it's tough. I completely understand. Like, a lot of times we just want to like brush our story under the rug. We want to like hide it. We just want to tell the good parts of our past and not bring up any of the bad stuff. But let me tell you, if it is there, it wants to come out. If it's there, it is there for a reason. It is there because you're supposed to help somebody with it. And when you share your story and you share your vulnerable parts and you share the yucky parts, the things that you've done maybe that you're not proud of, or the struggles that you've had, other people have had those too. I promise you, you are not the only one who has struggled through whatever it is you've struggled through. And that is how you connect seriously with people that you are going to totally relate to. I'm telling you, I have ex-addicts coming out all the time. And that is one of the things that I have been so most nervous to share about, is not just that I was an addict, but some of the things that I was addicted to. It's embarrassing for me. I'm ashamed. But when I do that, I get tons of messages from people saying, oh my word, like I had no idea of that about you. Like, I went through this, or my husband is doing this, or, and people come to you for advice, and you're connecting with those women. You're changing their lives. When you change someone's lives, let me tell you, they are your warm market. And you can change someone's life through your posts. Okay. You can change someone's life just by being bold and sharing your story. So don't stop doing that, and do it more. Try to jog your memory and think of all the little details of your life that you could share that might help somebody else. Or just maybe that you need to get out. Maybe you just need it. You're going to release these things and it's going to feel good. So get those things out. It's so freeing. Also, posting consistently. If you want your cold market to become your warm market, they need to see you. And trust me, you're not going to annoy people, because people are only going to see about 15% of your posts. So post away, post at least three, if not 5 valuable posts. Share all the dumb details of your life, okay? Like, hey, this is the most awesome seltzer ever, okay? But guess what? Somebody may have never heard of seltzer. Somebody may be trying to quit soda, trying to quit drinking Diet Coke or regular Coke. And they're like, what is that? Seltzer? What is that she's talking about? Let me tell you, this stuff can change somebody's life. All right. So don't think that a silly little thing like your seltzer that you drink isn't an important thing to post about, because somebody that's drinking 5 Diet Cokes every day or 5 Coca-Colas every day, and suddenly they've discovered this little gem because of you've changed their life right there. Okay, so valuable posts, all the dumb details. I want to see your guys' posts. I want just to see you posting silly things like this, or asking people questions about this. And I know you could think of a question about this off the top of your head right now. Like, what do you usually drink that's bubbly and fizzy? A, regular soda. B, diet soda. Or C, seltzer. Or D, I don't drink soda. And just see how many comments. You're going to get all kinds of comments. And that gives you things to talk to people about, okay? Also, fit clubs or virtual workouts. If you can't get to a physical place and meet with physical people, do a virtual workout. Advertise about it. Get people together at 6 a.m. Jennifer Nedrick does the 5 a.m. club. Get people together online to work out together. Get in the community and help people. Do it. Help people for free. You got to work out anyways. You might as well help people while you do it in a virtual workout and help the community and help people. Also, I said this before, joining groups and activities is another great way to meet people and get grow your warm market. So use a list and keep following up month after month. Take notes on your new friends and check in on them. Like I was saying before, don't just message people to invite them. Message people to find out about them. Message people to check on them, even if it doesn't have anything to do with Beachbody. Still keep checking up on them. And again, like I said before, show up daily. It is so important over all things, is to just show up daily. So here's your call to action. I think you guys were probably guessing that I was going to say this, but give it 1 week of tracking. I want you to give it 1 week. So I want you to either print out this one or the Power of Threes tracker. And my call to action for you is to, first of all, show up daily in the challenge group, the team page, and your personal page every day, or Instagram, or whatever you're doing, and give it 1 week of tracking. And I want you to start your tracker this Thursday. If you haven't been doing it, start it this Thursday. And let me tell you, I have been tracking this is my 3rd year. I've done 2 whole years of tracking, and this is my 3rd year I'm now tracking. And it was because Brittany Leggett asked me, she challenged us to give it 1 week. She challenged us, and I did. And it completely changed my business because I have been tracking ever since. In fact, now I'm like known for being the tracking coach, which I love it. So that's about all I had. I also wanted you guys to just remember that there is no such thing as running out of people. There is no scarcity mentality. You got to change your mindset. You have to think of, I want you to wake up in the morning and thank the universe and thank God for all the people out there that are going to be signing up with you, that need your help, because there are so many people out there that are just waiting for us to invite them. Okay, I actually was going to show you guys this 7-step funnel system that Laura Mendenhall made, but it just gives you examples of what to say to people during the process of meeting them, getting to know them, inviting them, following up. But I'll just post these in the team pages so that you guys can see them for yourself, because it's kind of hard. They're kind of, some of the answers are really good. So I'm going to unscreen share. Oh, I don't want to shut down my computer. That wouldn't be good. Okay. I couldn't see you guys when I was doing that. It's so weird when I expand the whole way, you can't see anybody. I'm like, is everybody still here?
This is awesome. Yay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I went like 10 minutes over. I'm
That
glad I didn't read all these. These are all like answers that you could give people, but.
okay. So before I say, oh, I'm screaming. I said, Matt said I'm screaming. I just get really excited. So before I close it out, I want to ask you guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
He's such a punk. What questions do you have for her? Listen to me right now, you guys. I learn from her daily. First of all, she's got 4 kids. She's got 2 kids at home, babies. Her husband travels a lot. It's snowing at her house. Like, she should have every excuse to curl up on the couch and not work. But she's got toddlers that are running around. Like, if there's an excuse, she could definitely have it. But guess what? It is February 6th, and she is at Success Club 10 already. Already, you guys. No, it's not
tomorrow
because
I will be.
Okay, tomorrow. She's at Success Club 7 on my Coach Online office. Tomorrow she's going to be at Success Club 10, and it's the 6th of the month. And it's not because she has sat here and thought about, oh, I have all month to get Success Club 10. No, her goal is to get it within the first few days of the month. Why? Because then she can focus on helping her team. Then she can focus on projects. But the thing is, she doesn't stop at 10. She was at 20 last month. So you guys, I learn from her all the time. The information that she has is valuable. This is the thing. You can't write this down and then not go implement it. You can't. You have to try it. So so that, I love her call to action. If there's not a better call to action. That was perfect. So that's our call to action. Now you just have to find a printer and print out your tracker. Go and get you a clipboard, because it works so much better when you have a clipboard to put it on. Yeah. And you keep them on there, like if you have a clipboard, then you can really implement what you're doing, because it's a game changer, of course. Right. No, but, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to stop talking, but does anybody have any questions for her while she is right here? What questions do you have for her? And I'm going to get something to show you guys really quick before we get off. You can unmute yourself. You don't have to type it.
Hey, I'll ask a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my camera's not working on my MacBook for some reason. Okay, so when you invite people to your challenge group, are you presenting the coaching opportunity at the beginning also? Like, join as a coach for free now? Or are you only inviting them to the challenge group and then later presenting the coach opportunity? Not for business builders, but like for the discount.
When they're going to order, I usually present it then when they're ready to order. Or if they give me a price objection, then I tell them about coaching.
Got it. Okay.
It's kind of weird right now because with the all access pass, it's like really easy to just sign up all access club members.
Yeah.
But I really have a feeling that's going to change at the end of this month. They have something up their sleeves. I know they do. It's going to be good for us though. I think it's going to make coaching more appealing. I think whatever it is, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I'm telling everybody that now. I'm like, this is ending at the end. This is ending February 28th. You cannot get this deal anymore. It's 10% off for the whole year. I mean, 10% off for the whole year is amazing. I mean, as an all access club member, ordering Shakeology every single month, if you count, you add up the price of their challenge pack plus the price of their discounted Shakeology every single month. And that you get that number, and then you add up the all access challenge pack, and then you add up what a coach would pay every month, and you add the coach fees. It's about the same savings. It's literally like the same savings for them right now.
Melanie had a question. She said, besides the tracker, do you have a list of what you need to do daily besides the inviting?
Well, that's why I like this. That's why I like this one, because this one actually has like it has workout, Shakeology, personal development, 3 to 5 social media posts, check coach online office, drill down email leads, check in with all Facebook groups, team calls, webinars, YouTube videos. And then it has all your messages that you do. That's why I like this one. But I do have like a daily routine. And did you record your call last week, Jess?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jess, in her call last week, she actually showed her daily routine. And I have one similar to it. I haven't been following it just because like my brain got the routine in it. But I need to write mine. I was actually going to do her call to action soon, and I need to write down a new one. But I've been dragging my feet because I can't seem to get up early enough to do the new routine that I want to do. I'm reading this book right now, and I'm hoping that it's going to help me. I really am reading it. I bought it, and I didn't want to read it for a while. I've been dragging my feet, so I'm on chapter 3 right now. I might try to get up early tomorrow. Oh boy.
Okay.
It's tough when you have little ones though to get up early because they wake you up.
Are you aiming for a crazy number like Jess, 5 a.m.?
Oh, I was thinking like
thinking, that's right.
Yeah, 4 is just no way.
Yeah. No.
I was going to try to do 6. Because my kids, honestly, they play harmoniously in the morning. So even if I was up at 6 and they woke up at like 7, they still wouldn't probably need me until, well, I'd have to give them breakfast, but they really play really well first thing in the morning.
I was going to try and do 6 too, because like don't ask me why I did this, but I'm studying for like my personal training test, and then like AFA sent me like this test thing to like get your group cert like renewed for free, or national one. Like I just like randomly got it because I'm taking a NASM test too. Don't ask me why I decided to do all of them at the same time. Okay, I don't know, but anyway, my brain is like, and then trying to keep up with this at the same time, I'm like, I need like a better schedule. And so I was like thinking of 6 too, and I'm like, well, I did it in high school. I'm like, but I'm a lot older now, so I'm just gonna have to like make myself gradually do it to get into it. But it's hard when it's dark out too. But Jess knows more about that than we do, Miss 4 a.m.
I think I would need to get up at 4 a.m. because it literally, like Jess was saying last week, it really does take me, and I told Justin this the other day, because after you said that, I thought about it this morning. I'm like, it really does take me like 30 minutes to want to do anything. Like, Carl Deichler was like, I wake up first thing in the morning and chug my Energize and just, I'm good to go. I'm like, yeah, right. I need to like, I want coffee in the morning too.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Melanie Mitro sounds. And I'm like, really? Like, do you have a bad day? Like, I want to know when you have a bad day.
Well, this book actually said, and I just read this today, it said that you're going to jump out of bed like Christmas morning every morning. Is that what it's like, Jess?
Yeah, it's addicting. It's addicting. It is. I don't know about Christmas, but when my alarm goes off, I jump out of bed like Christmas morning. Otherwise, my husband hits me over the head with a pillow, and he's like, turn that stupid alarm off, you know. So I probably jump up like it's Christmas because of that.
Oh, I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm getting up at 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, it's addicting, you guys. I mean, the what you can get done in the morning, especially if you have kids or if you work full-time. If you work full-time or if you have kids, morning time is the jam. And it talks about the difference between morning and night. And there's a difference, you know, because you're probably like, oh, well, I'm a night owl. I'll just do it at nighttime. But your brain does not function at its highest capacity at nighttime.
Mine doesn't at all.
It doesn't. It's like scientific proof. They've done studies. And so it shows you first thing in the morning is the best time to get your body going, and it just sets your tone for the whole day. I mean, can you imagine going to work and being like, I've done my workout, I've read my personal development, I've drank my shake. Like, you go down the list and you've like done half of your to-do list already. It's just awesome. And I've read that book, and it's addicting. People think I'm crazy, and I thought I was crazy. But anyway.
Jess is going to text us both at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Like, are you up? Are you up?
Because I've done my workout and I read my personal development.
I don't think I'm going to work out though.
Me neither.
I honestly think if I said that I was going to wake up in the morning and answer all my messages and like archive them, I think that would motivate me.
Yeah. Well, your kids work great while you're working out.
I know it's kind of like our special time now. So
yeah, mine don't.
They would make me work out again, I think, because the days I don't work out, they're like, Mom, why aren't we going downstairs?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
that doesn't work for me.
6 a.m. boot camps, and I couldn't work out till after 8. Like, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, yeah, okay, good plank. Like, I just could not do it. But okay, so basically what to do to, you know, work out the school thing and everything and follow a better schedule like you is to get up a lot earlier.
Or hire an assistant.
Well, that might not happen for another year.
But that's expensive.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's tax season. I'm realizing.
Maybe when I get some money from my lawsuit from this car thing, maybe then I can put some aside.
Yeah. Maybe that should have been my call to action, and then I would have had to do it because I told everyone else to get up early.
Y'all heard her. She said she's going to do it.
Yeah.
So. I'll do it with you. How about that? Now I have accountability too. Which means I have to go to bed earlier. Pam.
True.
Yeah, we're all gonna check in with you tomorrow. Be like, Laura.
I
I
don't
wanted
know
to
if I'm going to though, because I have Success Club 10. I don't really know if I want to get up that early. I think I deserve to sleep till 7:30.
Yeah, you're like, maybe I should wake up early till I have Success Club, then you can sleep the rest of the month.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good little gift to give to yourself. When I hit Success Club, I can sleep. That's funny. Well, I wanted to let you guys know, Bonnie Engel, she's I think she's actually the number 2 coach from 2016 and 2015. She wrote up, and I happened to screenshot it. And I'm gonna post these in our coach group if you want to. But they are her answers to objections. So we also have these on our team training website. But objections like, I wouldn't be a good coach. It talks about what she says, literally what she says. Or when they're like, they don't really have an excuse. They're kind of like fidgeting and they don't really know like what to say. She has like answers that she put down for this. Also like, you know, I'm going to wait till after New Year's, or I'm going to wait till, you know, in a couple months or whatever. Or, you know, everybody here's the one, do I have to get the shake? So she wrote down all of her answers to how to talk to people like that. Cause you need to know what to say to people cause you're going to hear objections all the time. And so this will be something easy when you guys are messaging more people, you're going to hear more objections. This will hopefully help you guys know what to say and to sound knowledgeable in what you're doing. So I screenshotted them, but they're really blurry. So I'm going to redo them, and then I'll post them in our group, and you guys can save them to a folder on your desktop or, you know, whatever, screenshot or whatever. And hopefully that will help you. And don't forget, you guys, jessicalauder.squarespace.com is our team training website. Okay? So everything that we talk about, all of the training that we've ever done is on that website. So I'm going to write it in the comments. And the password is Anchor. It is password protected because it's just for our team. That is our team training website. If you go there, it's going to have everything. Objections, scripts, challenge group templates, all that kind of stuff on there. So use that website for your advantage, please. Okay, anything else before we get off here? This was awesome. I love this call.
Oh, do you want to know what's been really weird lately? I've had all these like, okay, so there's like this group of Advocare consultants in my church, and like one of them kind of went like after my client because like one of her friends started the Advocare challenge, and all my client did was write on there like, you know, I'm just letting you know, I'm not bashing it or anything. I'm just saying you have to be careful with that, because my client went to her physician who told her, you know, like, obviously I know too, those products are full of synthetic stuff, like, and synthetic materials, and you know, how it's not good for her. She almost ended up in the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, all these people underneath her, like Advocare people, of course, started like getting at her. And, one of them was like, oh, well, it could be because you have a weak stomach. And then another person said like, oh, well, when you do like the cleanse, your mouth gets salty, like all this like crazy stuff. I see your face. Yeah. And so one of them, she wrote underneath there, well, I'd like to hear your reasons for why you would never recommend this to your clients. And I haven't messaged her back yet, but she, like, I've never met her, but apparently like she goes probably to like a different service in my church, and she has like 2 girls that I know that are like with her. So I'm like, great, how do I mean, like I can approach it scientifically, but like at the same time, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I know you know what I mean, because your husband's a youth pastor, so you get what I'm saying, like kind of like treading lightly. Because my thing is like, there was no reason for them to go at her. She was just saying, be cautious. I almost ended up in the hospital because of this stuff. So like, how do you, like, I was obviously like thinking I'm going to approach it scientifically because I know what's bad in it. But like, how else like would you approach it? Being like, say if that was you and you're the youth pastor's wife. Like I do stuff in my church ministry wise too. So, what do you recommend for that?
Well, personally, I know a lot about I know a lot about a lot of different shakes because I researched them before I tried them.
Okay.
And what I say that I feel like is the best way to come across to people is not to bash any other company or their shake or anything like that. All I say is, this is what's important to me, and this is the only shake that I have found that's done that meets the criteria that I'm looking for. And I also, they know, I tell them that I have researched a lot of different shakes, and the reason that I did not choose one versus this one was because it was important to me that it was 100% natural, that there was no artificial sugars or flavor. And so I only just really talk highly about our shake, and I try not to bash any other companies. It sounds like she kind of, whatever she said on there, it seems like she, kind of told them why she would never drink it. But I just want to always be like above, other people. And I don't want to go in saying, well, look at, this is why I would never drink or take the, Advocare challenge, or why I would never drink Advocare shakes. Because honestly, they do have a lot of processed stuff in them. So what would you say, Laura?
I have to touch on that real quick.
Yeah.
So I watched something today. You know how I'm horrible with names, so I can't even tell you who it was from. Sorry. I'll look it up if you really want to know. But it said something about how Beachbody doesn't work for everybody, and just because our programs or our shakes don't work for them, other things, other products will. And I'm not bashing any other company or even bashing our company, but it was just saying how some things work for other people, whether they're processed or they're not, and other people have opinions based on other products. And so there's a lot of people that have opinions based on Shakeology, the same way we have opinions based on other products. So it was basically saying not to feel into negativity about people who have their opinions based on the products that just don't work for them, even if they haven't tried them. So it was just funny that she brought that up, because that was what the whole conversation was about negativity and how certain things work for other people that may not work for us, and we don't have to understand it, but not to feed fuel to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it was just made a huge point on it today.
Yeah. Well, that part I get, but like as a person who works like in a gym and as a trainer and a fitness instructor, even as that side of it, I would still never recommend it because of the synthetics in it. Like Jess was saying, like there's fructose in it, there's sucralose in it. Like there are specific medical reasons. Like Jess knows I researched the crap out of Shakeology before I even said yes to it. I know all about isogenics because I worked for somebody who sold it. So like to that extent, like I'm dishonest because they know I work in gyms. So to some degree, I still explain myself like I would if I was in the gym. So that's why, like, but I love the way that you said to approach it, just like, this is what's important to me, and this is why I wouldn't, and this is why I like preferred Shakeology. So like that wording is exactly what I was looking for, because when it's in church, it's a different atmosphere than when I'm in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just state the facts about our product. And whenever anybody tells me about Advocare, I always be like, oh yeah, I actually was thinking about signing up as a rep for them like 6 years ago when I lived in Florida. But I just, nowadays, I just don't put anything artificial in my body. And I know that there's artificial ingredients in there. And my kids always ask me for sips of my shake. And I would never want to drink something myself that I wouldn't want my kids to be drinking, yada, 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 yada.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Because the more you connect it with yourself and your reasoning in a way that sort of just explains you, then they're going to connect with that. Like if they have kids, they'll be like, oh yeah, I don't want my kids to drink that. It has aspartame, or it has, whatever in it. So, but then another one people say is, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All I know is ... Like, I don't know about Thrive. All I know is that Shakeology is
talk about
X, Y, and Z. And Beachbody is X, Y, and Z. And even though they may have products, they don't have the support we do. They don't have the challenge groups. They don't have our team and the support of our team, because none of those other companies have that. Even if they want to try to have the same thing as ours, it's just not going to be the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of imitations.
At least in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They probably do, but
yeah. And you guys remember, I told you this a million times, and you probably know exactly what I'm going to say, but people don't, I say this every time. You know what I'm going to say? People don't buy
the product.
What am I going to say? Jack,
they don't buy into the product. They buy into your passion or something.
No.
Or they buy into your...
Somebody does not go to Lowe's to buy a drill because they want a drill. They buy a drill because they need a hole.
Yeah.
Yes. I've said this on all my team calls, and I always forget drill. I always want to say nail gun, and that's not what I mean.
And drill. I said it, and I was muted.
You were, and I could see you talking, and I'm like, I know you know it. Oh, yes, it's drill. You need to do sign language next time. But yes, people don't buy a drill because they want a drill. They don't buy a shake because they need another shake. They buy a shake because of what it does for them. So all you need to talk about is what it does for you. So why did you drink Shakeology? Just like Laura said, I don't know about that. All I know is 30 days after I started drinking Shakeology, my hair stopped falling out. I was a brand new mom. My hair was coming out in clumps. And let me tell you something. I could not figure out why my hair was falling out. And 30 days after I had been on Shakeology, my hair stopped falling out. My skin cleared up. I was able to go to the bathroom regularly. And my skin and my nails were so much better. I mean, like, what is your experience with it? That's what they care about. They don't care about, another shake. They care about, okay, it's really expensive, but why? So anyway, I love that quote. And I got that from H3. Always hustle. No, stay hungry, be humble, always hustle. Anyway.
Can I ask a quick question? Is there a 10% discount? Sorry, this is totally off topic, but is there a 10% discount for being a member, a club member? Like they get 10% off of shakes and products?
Yeah.
Are they doing away with that?
Maybe.
I know.
Better get the word out now. It might be going away for good. That's what you got to tell everybody. And I actually think it's true. I think they're going to take off the 10% discount.
I feel like you know something that we don't know, Laura.
I actually just know that Lacey Larson said, who's my corporate mentor, and some other dude snuck up behind her that looked important. And they said that they were going into a meeting to talk about what were they going to do with the all access pass. And because I had just said how, it doesn't make it as appealing to be a discount coach, like 5 minutes before that. And they said that that whatever the change was going to make it more appealing to be a coach for the discounts. Mm-hmm. So let's pray that instead of taking away the 10%, that they take away the $15.95 website fee.
Oh.
They won't though. They won't. We can pray for that though. Let's pray for that. Want to?
So do you think we'll get new news for March?
That would take away the whole military thing though, too.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Because I have somebody now that gets 10% off that refuses to absolutely become a discount coach.
I don't think
they're getting a discount.
They're not going to take it away from people who already have it, I don't think.
And I'm like, well, you get it for free anyway. you're in the military. And then it was kind of just like a thing, but I already get a 10% discount. I'm like, yeah, but you really just need to sign up.
Yeah, they would get more. They would save more money as a military coach for sure. Because
People
they
just
save
get scared by the
$30 a month.
commitment. They get scared by commitment.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
You know what though? Make sure the people understand that even if they sign up as a coach, they can still return everything for a full refund. They can even if they paid the fee to become a coach, they can still get a refund if they want to cancel within 30 days.
Yeah, I always try to add that, but I was just wondering because, yeah, if that was going away.
We don't know, but our corporate mentors are like giving us the wink, like, be ready. So
Maybe
of course, as soon as we know, you will know. But they've done away with the $140 challenge pack.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No. They just said that, and I read that, and I was like, that they did away with the 21-day fix, 21-day
Yeah.
fix extreme challenge packs.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay.
140. They just did away with the sale price.
That was it.
Yeah, those are 160 now, right?
Yes.
Actually, Country Heat's still 140. And so
They
is
usually-
22-minute hard corps. And so those are the ones I've been pushing because they come with the containers. Those are actually the two that I've been recommending to everybody.
And they're still on sale right now.
I think that's just the price of them.
Oh.
I think the Country Heat one might be going back up. I think it was supposed to already.
That's what I thought.
I think that's why I thought I saw something in the Coach Online office that said sale extended or reduced price on Country Heat extended.
Okay.
But I thought that it meant like just the base kit, so I didn't look. Maybe that's what that meant. Maybe that's why it's still there.
So
I thought they were all at 160, but when I looked, but I could be wrong.
No, Body Beast